On the record, the truth is, if you work in a music business and you're a woman, period, especially a black woman, but just overall and generally a woman, you can get harassed, you can get abused, you can get raped, disrespected. No one is going to care. I'm going to tell you, no one is going to care. Only the people that's going to really care are your supporters, people that really understand you and know you, your family, your friends that you're genuinely, tight with. They are going to care. But anyone else, they're not going to care. Let me tell you guys, Russell Simmons is trending right now because the documentary that came out, I think in January of this year, called On the Record, it's about a female exec. I talked about this a little bit in my last video. The woman is named Drew Dixon, because I couldn't even think of her name and I couldn't think of the title and all of that. So yes, On the Record, Drew Dixon, she is the main person focused. It's other women. I think it's all together about four to five women, one of the two, something like that. But Drew, like I told you in the last commentary I did, Drew looked very familiar to me. I never met her, but her face looks so familiar, right? So he's trending because people are really highly upset, because a lot of people saying, and I have to say allegedly, they think that Russell Simmons did do something. They, like, no holds barred, they think he did something. Yeah, I will tell you from my opinion, I watched the documentary, I saw it. I believe her off a woman's intuition. However, I will tell you, in that documentary, it's more facts that need to be like really put. Something is missing. I do believe her, but something is missing. But on Twitter, people are ticked off right now, and he is trending, and I'm like, wait a minute. This is June. This documentary came out months ago and this is trending. Like, what is really going on? Now, I will tell you as a disclaimer, I am not into blaming people for things they did not do. Not into that. I like to find out facts. I need receipts. I need some proof. I need something. You know, that is just me, because rape, sexual abuse, any type, is really serious. It is not to be played with and shouldn't be taken lightly. But I'm going to tell you guys, my subscribers, whoever watched this video, that being a woman in the music business is no joke. And apparently, I don't know if people are really taking it seriously or they're talking about it. Maybe now they're talking about it in regards to the Me Too movement, but they should have been talked about it anyway. Personally, in my opinion, I have rules that I go by when maneuvering with doing business, and especially in the music business, simply because before I even really got into the business, I saw how men were. I saw how they were, you know, very aggressive at times, very nosy, even more emotional. And this is no bash to any man that watched this video. I'm just telling you what I saw from my just experience and just watching before I initially really got into working in the music business. So once I saw that, just from paying attention and seeing how women were treated and seeing how things could be misunderstood or misled or whatever, I was like, you know what? If I'm going to work in this business, they have to be ground rules. And I don't think a lot of women are talking about that. And let me tell you something. Some women, they ignore that. They don't want to have ground rules. They think they could do whatever they want. And I'm going to tell you, that's on them. I'm not knocking them. You know, if you work in the music business or anything creative arts and you want to do what you want to do and you want to sleep with the whole crew and everybody, I'm not knocking you. That is on you. You would have to deal with the consequences and accountability. That's if you take accountability. Everybody doesn't take accountability like that. But I'm telling you, if you are a woman and you're thinking about working in the music business, whether it's artist management, public relation, artist, exec, or whatever, you need to have strict rules about how you maneuver. Meaning, do not mix business with pleasure. Let's say that again. Do not mix business with pleasure. And if you are considering mixing business with pleasure, you need to have rules with that. It needs to be something serious where it is going to lead to marriage and you not just messing around or whatever the case is. It needs to be serious and it needs to be private, because when you are working in the business and working with a lot of men and artists, you have to be private when it comes to your personal life. And I will tell you, it works because I have been private. People don't need to know who I'm dating if I'm managing an artist and I'm working on projects. That is not the focus here. You know, I'm gonna tell you guys, it used to be a time where people would ask my clients, they'll ask my clients like, yo, what's up with Amani? What's up? She got a man, something like that. Who she with? And they couldn't say nothing, because it's none of their business. I wouldn't even tell the client that I was in a relationship with anybody. That's how strict you have to be in this business. And let me tell you, if you get a call and somebody said, hey, I want to, can you come to the studio? Or can you meet up with me at the studio? Or can you meet up with me at your house? That shit is not happening. No. And if it does happen, best believe I'm having people with me. I'm not going to just show up. Certain things, you need to have common sense. You don't want to put yourself, if you are a woman, you don't want to, as well as men, it ain't just women, but women mainly I'm talking to here, but men take notes. You don't want to put yourself in a situation where some stuff pop off and it's not even what you intended it to be. It just happened and you just caught out there. No. I looked at that documentary, and a lot of the stories, especially what Drew was talking about, was how, you know, Russell would say, hey, come up to my house to get this demo, or come up to get this. Like, you have to be stern in this thing called music business, to the point where people are calling you BITs and everything. And don't get it twisted, guys. I have been stern. I've been stern, but it was for a reason, to protect myself and to protect the things that I stand for, and morals and integrity is I'm all for that. I am. So in this sense, some of the things, a lot of, when I watch the documentaries, that documentary, I'm saying documentaries, they wasn't using their common sense. Like, you can't put yourself in a situation you can't get out of. But sometimes I will say, and I'm not knocking them on that, is that women can be, even grown women can be very naive, or may not even think far ahead to be like, okay, well, if I meet up with him in an office. I remember one girl in the documentary said she met up with Russell in an office. Next you know, he raped her. You know, like you have to think, you gotta be 10 steps ahead of the game. And unfortunately, this is a game. Unfortunately, this is a serious situation. It's like playing chess. You can't be in a situation where it's just no way getting out of and you just feel hopeless. I feel bad for women that experience things like this. I will tell you, thank God. I think God has covered me for years, because I used to want to work for a record label, guys. I really did. This is before I even knew all of the shenanigans and dealing with how they abuse and sexually harass women working at labels. Everybody knows this. You know, they know it now. But back then, I think it was like in my college days, early 2000s, I didn't know this. So I'm gonna tell you, one of my goals was to work at a label and just, you know, work my way up. And I'm thinking, you know, music exec, artist manage, public relations, whatever. But I'm gonna tell you, from working independent was the best thing I could have ever done. And from learning from people's mistakes and watching and paying attention, and then also experiencing crazy stuff, not dramatic and tragic and savage as what Drew Dixon has experienced, but it hasn't been great. I see why people, you know, leave the music business. I really do. Oh. So I'm telling you guys, it is just, I feel like if I was working for a label, I would have been a hot mess. I don't know where I would have been, excuse me, I'm thinking. I don't know where I would be right now if I didn't have parents, if I didn't have a strong support, if I didn't have my own common sense and God on my side. I felt like I could be caught up in a situation that makes no sense. Yo, it is sad, guys, that now it is 2020 and people gotta wait almost a decade, centuries, just to come out and say, you know, someone did this to me and such and such and such. It's crazy. Isn't it ironic how all of a sudden, like a lot of these execs, they step down from record labels and they step down and they move out the country and they claim they're righteous, and that women are complaining about stuff from 40 years ago. This is what Russell Simmons said. He said women are complaining about stuff from 40 years ago that wasn't even true. I don't believe him. I don't. Yo, it's bad, guys. It's really bad, and I will tell you why it is bad. I've worked with artists, and in particular, the last artist that I work with, at times, he could be rude, you know, at times. And you know what? It's not even the artist sometimes as much. It could be people around the artist. I've been disrespected verbally by record owners. They said they didn't respect me because I was stern and I was just straight to the point. They didn't like that. I've rolled up on a record label owner just to see who he was, just to see I just wanted to know if he knew who he was really dealing with, because I'm just not the one. And they was scared to even talk to me. You know? I've been disrespected by MCs. I've been disrespected by crew members. could only say only one person was man enough to apologize to me. And I'm the type of person, I'm the type of person that I take accountability for my actions. If I am wrong, and if you can approach me and talk about it, and if I'm wrong, I'll be like, you know what, I was wrong. Because I'm going to tell you, it's been times where just people just piss you off, and you just have to tell them off. And they ain't going to like it, especially men. But this is why I will tell you guys, I've had a lot of female friends, like a handful, not too many, who have just walked away from the music business. And they had so much, I know personally, they had so much talents and everything to give to an artist or give to a label. And it's like, this is what the music business is losing, you know? People who had just quit. Phenomenal managers, publicists, the list goes on. I've known people like that, just like, you know what, I'm done. For a variety of reasons. No one that I knew in regards to rape, oh my gosh, but assault, I know a lot of stuff. I'm not into exposing people because quiet as it's kept, guys, you have a lot of artists out here that are beating on women, that are disrespecting women, that are verbally abusive, that have strong mental health issues. And guess what? The people around them, their crew and everybody, they are cloaking. They are cloaking for them. And they will make it seem like it is you. Something wrong with you. And I'm here to tell you from experience, that is not the case. Now, what I don't agree with is women who are in the music business or what have you, and they're lying that they got raped and they didn't get raped. Now, you need your ass kicked for that. I'm just keeping it real with you. That is not cool, because you make it bad for the people that really had something done to them. But it just baffles me that it's years and years, and women, we experienced all of this for years. And you know what? It's a rug, and people just brush it. Just brush it under the rug. I remember I had an older person to tell me, oh, that's water under the bridge, when I had a major issue with a client. I had people to expect me to promote and do for the client, knowing that I don't work for that person anymore. It was just so crazy. It was just like they just put on their blindfolds and was like, come on, you wanna work in this project? It's just so many things. I'm gonna tell you guys, it takes a strong person to deal with the shenanigans. It takes a strong person to say no and to walk away. Listen, I am not mad with the women that have walked away from situations. I'm just disappointed that these were highly intelligent, a lot to bring to the table type of women, such as Drew Dixon. Like, I never knew that she did all this work that she did. And it's out there. The information is out there. You know? Never knew that. And nobody talks about it. They will just downplay it. But all of a sudden, 20 years later, for whatever reason, now it's coming out. It's not a bad thing, but I'm going to tell you something. Don't think that all these celebrities and these people with power are the most best person in the world, because they're not. A majority of them are not. I'm not saying all of them. I'm saying a majority of them. Somebody asked me, I was talking to somebody like maybe last year, and it was like, yo, you need to write a book. Because the stuff that I know, you guys would be dumbfounded. Dumbfounded. The things that I know in regards to artists, even artists that don't even know me like that, you would be appalled and shocked. You have to really pay attention to who you're supporting. And just because they have brought so much things to the table, don't get it twisted, guys. Russell Simmons has accomplished a lot. He has brought so much to the table in regards to hip-hop music, classic hip-hop music, Def Jam, and the list goes on. I will never take that away from him. But at the end of the day, guys, if you're wrong, no matter who you are, Russell Simmons, P. Diddy, the list goes on, you need to be held accountable. And that's what I'm really learning in regards to people nowadays. I was telling my sister, I was having like a brief conversation via text, telling my sister, you know what? All my life, I had to be held accountable. You and my mother, rest in peace to my mother, as well as my father and family members. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was because I was Helen's daughter or whatever, but I was held high and I had to be accountable. I am not perfect. However, when I am wrong, I can say, you know what? I am wrong. But a lot of people nowadays, you check them, you give them facts, you let them know the truth, they will brush it off. They would act like it's nothing. Moral of the story of this video, guys, is that being a woman, you have to be real strong and stern. And I'm not saying that Drew Dixon wasn't strong and stern. I'm saying you have to be careful of the situations you're in and know how to maneuver. Things do happen, but it's like, it's not her fault, you know, because it shouldn't have happened anyway. But I just hope that Russell Simmons really thinks, like really sit down and really think and really be honest with himself. Should I be accountable of my actions? These people in high places, they are ruining women's lives to the point where they never get over it if they don't get therapy. It affects their future relationships. I really hope that he will actually just sit down and think and know for sure when he said he didn't do it, that he really didn't do it. It's disappointing, guys, when you see these moguls, these celebrities, and then you find out years later they ain't shit. They not good people. They not nice behind the scenes. It's not good. I've been disappointed just with finding out facts in certain things, allegations, allegedly, of people that I thought or were in high places, and then you find out the stuff, you be like, what? It's like I'm gonna tell you, I would say from last year to this year, it's like every month, every week, you find out something about a celebrity and you be like, wow. So overall, guys, do not look at celebrities as icons. When I say meaning, do not look at celebrities as icons. Do not treat them like they are God, because they are human beings. They are not God. They are legends. They have gifts, but they are not perfect. Quiet as it's kept, a lot of celebrities don't even like their fans. Quiet as it's kept. I'm just keeping it real with you. Some of them do appreciate you, and I have to put this out there as well. Some of them really do appreciate their fans, but a large amount of celebrities could care less about their fans. I never would want to be like that, where I have you guys who have supported me, whoever subscribes to my channel, and I'll just be like, oh, I don't care. I never want to be like that. I'm not like that. You know, you have emotions just like I do, but it should be boundaries. But it's just sad that Russell Simmons is trending over rape charges in a documentary that was from months ago. That's disappointing to hear. Nobody wins in this whole situation, if you're thinking. Nobody wins. His legacy is tainted right now. Some people may ignore it and keep it moving. And then a lot of people are supporting Drew Dixon and the others. Your life shouldn't be ruined in your pursuit of getting, trying to get your dream. Your goals and your life shouldn't be shattered because somebody wants your coochie, or because they think you sexy and they just want to step their boundaries to the point where you don't even want to deal with music anymore. I've seen it so many times. But guys, let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts. Have you watched the documentary On the Record? It's on HBO Max. It's mainly focusing on Drew Dixon, an exec who allegedly said that she was raped and sexually harassed and abused. She was raped by Russell Simmons, allegedly, and that she was sexually harassed and abused by, what's his name? Can't think of that other guy's name. Another exec. Let me know if you watched it. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you think they're telling the truth. I think she's telling the truth, but I think it's some pieces missing. Something is off. That's just my intuition. I need a little bit more, some facts, something. You never want to say somebody is lying if they're really sincere about and telling the truth that this is what happened to me. Do you think Russell Simmons did it? Do you think he didn't do it? Let me know, guys. Like I said, once again, and this is just to women. And you know what? Women and men, if you're in the music business or you're working with an artist or what have you, be careful on how you maneuver. Be careful. Say no. Be stern. Remember, your name is all you have. Integrity and morals are important. This is something, unfortunately, in this lifetime, people are neglecting and not thinking about. It's one thing when you're young and you make mistakes and things happen, but especially as you get older, you should know better. You should know better anyway when you're young, but you should definitely know better by now. Be careful. All right, guys, like this video, comment, subscribe. Thank you to all my subscribers. I appreciate you all for subscribing. Let me know your thoughts. I want to know who you are. Sometimes people subscribe to my channel and I can't tell who they are. Most I can. And yeah, I will see you on the next video. You got to protect that neck. And women, you have to protect yourself as well as men. This is not all just for women. Men, you have to protect yourself too, because unfortunately you have scandalous women out here doing crazy stuff, and I don't condone that. Peace, and I will see you on the next video.